What happens when the job you love starts killing your soul? I want to talk to you about something that happened to me, I think, in about the 20th year of my nursing career, around that time, that nearly killed me, but it changed my life. One night I was working in a hospital in Denver, big famous hospital for all the amazing good work we do in OB, and our statistics were just fabulous all over the country. And it was a very rewarding job. I was flying for Air Life as a high-risk OB nurse. I was working high-risk OB and labor, but we'd just been taken over by another corporation. And in the doing so, they cut back on our nursing in OB. Where once we were one-on-one with our high-risk patients, we are now being asked to take 2-to-1 laboring high-risk OB patients. So when you consider that you're taking care of the mom, the baby, the family, it was a really busy night. I had a young mom who was at least 700 miles away from home, and she had personal cardiac anomaly. So she was really high risk. We were just making sure that she didn't have a heart attack during this time that she was pregnant, and that we cared for both her and her baby, which required a lot of overseeing, monitoring, and an infinite amount of charting. I was given another patient probably 6 rooms down who was in active labor. I was just getting so overwhelmed. And I think it was an accumulation of time after time being overwhelmed by how much we were asked to do and what our responsibilities were. I all of a sudden was having, I don't know what I would call it, but I ran into the locker room and sat down amongst the dirty shoes and socks and just started bawling. I didn't know what I was going to do. I felt like I wasn't safe for my patients. I wasn't safe for my coworkers. I wasn't there to support. I wasn't feeling I could be there for them because I didn't feel complete anymore in the knowledge that I had. And I sat there, and the team lead came in and she looked down at me. She said, "Are you deserting your patients?" And I was just having a crisis of faith in my occupation. What I really needed was someone to sit down beside me, hug me, and say, "You'll get through this." But she didn't. And so then I went back to work. I don't know how I did it. The next morning I got up. I had an appointment with my GYN, who was also one of the physicians that we worked with. And she took one look at me and said, "You are done for 6 weeks. I can't watch another excellent nurse be ground into the ground by this job." I share this with you because it was a crisis. I know we have them. You can call it burnout, you can call it whatever you want, but I thought I couldn't help. I was afraid for my patients, and I was afraid for my coworkers who really depended on me. And so I took that 6 weeks, and I spent a lot of time learning about myself, taking care of myself, talking to people about what was happening for me. When I returned, I only lasted 3 weeks, and then I said, "There's a reason all of this is happening. I need to leave nursing," I thought. And so I did. Although I didn't have the answer in that event, I knew I had the courage to ride it out and see where it would lead me. I realized that it was actually time for me to move on. And suddenly I felt the weight of the world off my shoulders. I had to trust in the future. So I took a month off. I went to Italy with my mom and didn't think about working at all. When I came back, I was presented with an offer to work in outpatient surgery, which was a career course adjustment, and I did it. So I think I want you to know that you don't need to have all the answers right away, and that burnout happens, and that sometimes it leads you to something better. For the first time in my career, my 20-year career at that time, I had no call, no weekends, and no holidays. So when you're ready to move, you'll find that opportunity appears. Most importantly, you are more capable than you will ever know, and you just haven't discovered it yet. So have faith in yourself too, and know that these events may happen. They are not the end of you, and they are not the end of your career.